the catalyst. It's what transformed Rebecca's deep-seated rage into a concrete, terrifying plan. Now, what she did next wasn't some impulsive act of rage, no. It was a cold, calculated strategy that she built piece by piece over the next 6 months. And her greatest weapon? It was her invisibility. It was the fact that her oppressors saw her as property, not as a person capable of intricate, deadly planning. 23. That's how many times she was violated between May and November, and Rebecca counted every single one. Each act wasn't just another trauma she had to endure, it was another reason to sharpen her plan, another piece of fuel for the fire of her vengeance.
I mean, the patience and the methodical precision here are just astonishing. For 6 months, while enduring unspeakable abuse, she was secretly building an army. She collected her soldiers, she trained them, she scouted her battlefields, and she prepared her weapons. All of it right in plain sight.
So, how did she actually do it? Well, this is where her ancestral knowledge was absolutely key. She wasn't just gathering pests, she was conditioning them. By linking the specific scents of her tormentors, their cologne, their tobacco, with food, and then by using a specific whistle as a command, she turned a common rodent into a guided weapon. 283. By the night of the attack, that was the size of her army. I mean, the sheer scale of that operation is hard to even comprehend, and she did it all in secret, right under the noses of the men who believed they controlled every single aspect of her life. And so, that brings us to November 23rd, 1858, the night the plan became reality, the night the debt of pain was about to be paid in full. She started with Edmund, the owner's son, the one who was the most creative in his cruelty. She actually poisoned his food to cause severe stomach problems, sending him rushing to the outhouse. And there, isolated and vulnerable, she knocked him unconscious and dragged him to a barn she had already prepared. Those were her last words to him as he hung naked from the rafters. Then, she opened the first 2 cages. The starving rats, trained to his specific scent, just swarmed him. And they started, just as she had intended, with his genitals. Next up was the patriarch, Theodore Blackwood. She drugged his wine with laudanum, which made him drowsy and easy to manage. She led him down to the root cellar, and there she shackled him to the wall. But before she released the next wave of rats, she told him his son was already dead, adding this layer of psychological torture to his physical end. Then there was the overseer, Gerald Patterson, the master of the bullwhip. He was lured to another barn. Rebecca surprised him, strangling him with a rope until he passed out. She dragged his body to the ice house, and when he woke,